Hello and welcome to part 2 of the second trimester pregnancy video. This is the ultimate pregnancy dressing guide, and I did this video in 2 parts, and I'm actually really glad that I did. I'm now 30 weeks, so I'm a little past the second trimester, but there was a lot of change that happened within those weeks, so I'm glad that we have like 2 separate parts. If you haven't watched the first part, watch it. I know that everybody's body is different, obviously, but I was really craving this information, so I'm just gonna tell you, I didn't really pop or really start showing till about like 25, 26 weeks. So I had a bit of a bump, but it didn't really like pop out. I didn't really know what people meant by pop, but it didn't really pop till a little later, and I think that's okay. I was a little bit nervous about it. I was a little anxious, but I just, you know, if you're feeling the same way, just know that like it'll come. And once the bump comes, it is a little bit easier to get dressed, I think. I shared something on Instagram that I'd like to share here as well, just because I think that it is helpful to talk about. While I physically felt really fine during my entire pregnancy, I was so lucky that like I wasn't nauseous, I was a little tired, but like I really didn't have any physical symptoms. I had a really hard time emotionally, to the point where I ended up going on antidepressants in my second trimester, and I am so happy that I did. My only regret is that I waited that long. I felt really down, and I don't know, I've never had depression before, but it felt like a lot of anger and rage as opposed to sadness. I would wake up, I'd be really annoyed, I'd be really angry. Little things would feel really big. It was a really hard time, and I talked to a few friends, and the more that I opened up, the more that I heard that so many people were on antidepressants during their pregnancy, before their pregnancy, went on them during, or went on them after postpartum. So I felt really validated and really seen once I started talking about it, but I really kept it to myself because I had a hard time getting pregnant, so I didn't want to seem ungrateful. I didn't want to complain. It's like technically I had everything that I wanted. I was pregnant. I was feeling fine. I was still able to work. You know, like why was I feeling so down? It's like it's a hormonal thing, and I'm so happy that I found a solution to that. So I just wanted to kind of shout that out. For me, the stigma was not taking a pill. That doesn't bother me. I don't mind, especially because my OB said that it's safe. But obviously talk to your OB, but my OB said that it's safe. But for me, that wasn't the stigma. The stigma was more like, okay, you've wanted to be pregnant for so long and now you are, and you're, you know, miserable. So that was really hard. But I will say I feel great now. And if you're struggling with that, like I really encourage you to either open up to friends, to talk to your doctor, to find a therapist. Like it was the best thing I did. And if I would have waited a moment longer, I don't know what I would have done. So that's just a little PSA. Now let's get into the clothes part, because that's the fun part. I think for this video, I want to focus a little bit more on like more going out to dinner and doing those kind of looks, because I will be honest, I'm still wearing the same thing that I was wearing before. It's not that I look the same in it, but I'm still wearing the same thing. I'm still wearing like the pants with the stretchy waistband. I'm still wearing t-shirts. So that's kind of all the same, but I will do some looks for going out to dinner, like a little bit more fancy fun stuff. Let's do it. Okay, so here we are right now. This is like a typical look that I would wear to work from home now that we are in, what's the weather? It's like 80s in LA right now. So I'm really kind of leaning into the warm weather. I have these shorts that I actually had from before my pregnancy, which before they were a little baggy, now they're really not. I've really popped out. And then just this sweater, which I like that it's like a little bit more cozy, easy, loose. This actually is an outfit that I would wear to work from home before I got pregnant. So I was looking through some of my looks from last summer, and this was one that I was like, oh, I think I could still make this work. So this is kind of like the formula for day to day. But now let's talk about like going out to dinner. I don't know about you, but now that it's getting warmer, there's a lot of fun dinners. A lot of people, I have a lot of birthdays the past few weeks, so there's been like a lot of occasions to get a little dressed up, and that has been my challenge. But I'm gonna show you a few formulas that I've used that have been really helpful. Okay, here is the formula, and I have a few different versions. So I'm still relying on a t-shirt. This one is one from Kate. This one was pre-pregnancy. What I like about it is that it's jersey, so it's like really kind of soft. There was a moment actually in the first part of the first trimester where this shirt actually like looked horrible on me. I didn't have enough of a bump. It was just hitting at the wrong place, but now the proportions have kind of changed again. So this one's in the running. I've been wearing a lot of obviously elastic waist. This is a skirt from Doen, which is like a nice little silk skirt. And I have it on with just like a pair of black flip-flops. Now I've also done this with a longer cotton t-shirt, which looks cute too, but there's something now that like the bump is really out that I kind of like about showing like a little bit of skin. I also, I was gonna say I kind of like the attention of people like smiling when they see a pregnant woman. It's like so unlike me, but there is something that I kind of like about it, so I like showing it off a little bit. I think also because people couldn't tell I was pregnant for so long. I was traveling so much and nobody helped me with my bags. So I'm like, now that I like am showing, I'd like to be acknowledged for it. So I haven't been going like full like this, although I would, but I've been, you know, just like showing like a little bit of belly. Last night, Nathan and I went to a movie and I wore this and then I just threw this over, which I thought was pretty cute. It's just like a really long linen-y black shirt that I really like. I like that it gives a little bit of that like easy, you know, casual feeling to the silk skirt. And then, like I said, I'm wearing some flip-flops. So this to me is like a really nice look. Got my trusty shell. This has really been taking me through the whole pregnancy, but this is pretty much a formula. Now I have another version, which actually I have a few other versions, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, this is pretty much exactly the same, but different. This is a drawstring skirt. I'm really excited about this because I can cinch it. So like after my pregnancy, I'll absolutely be able to wear this. This I had a credit at Nordstrom and I really was like, okay, I know that I'll wear this after. This Doen skirt they sent to me, which was so nice. I got a large. I'm not positive if I'll be able to wear this after. We'll see. We'll come back to that. But this skirt felt like a decent investment because it has like a full like drawstring as opposed to just the elastic waist. The drawstring is helpful because I can cinch it. This skirt really helped me. There was a week where I had like 2 friends' birthday parties. I saw Countess Luann. I flew to New York and saw a play. So like this skirt is what I wore for every single one of these, but I just styled it slightly different. And basically the only thing I did to kind of switch it up is change the shoes and add a different layer. So I'm gonna show you a few different ways that I styled this. And then I just put on this trusty vintage Marni leather jacket, just to like give a little something. I always like this jacket because the sleeves are short. It's really boxy, so I think it looks nice. And of course, like full disclosure, if I'm like walking into a restaurant and don't feel comfortable like having my whole stomach out, it's like, it's very easy to just pull this up, you know? And then it's like, you still kind of look pregnant from the side, but it's not full belly out. But I don't know, I do like belly out. I like the vibe. I will say this too. A lot of times pregnant women at this stage love bodycon. So like something really tight. With my shape, it just doesn't necessarily work on me, or it just doesn't feel like me. So I've tried a few like super fitted things, even leggings. I don't like them on me in this state. So it really is to me less about showing the bump in the way with like something that is really form fitting and like, you know, kind of following the curve. And for me, it's more about showing the bump with something that's just like a little bit more like cropped, I think, which is interesting because that's not how I thought I would be. But okay, so this is what I wore to a friend's birthday party. And then when I wore it to Countess Luann, I wore it with high black boots and a leather jacket, like a big leather jacket. And that felt really cute. And of course, statement earrings for Countess Luann. And then when I was in New York, I wore it like a little bit more casual in New York, like I'll show you how. Okay, so this was kind of the way that I styled the same thing in New York. I threw on my trusty row Mary Janes. I don't have them buckled right now. Just this trench, just because I bring a trench to travel all the time. Same base, honestly, same necklace. I had my big thing, and then this was kind of my New York version of the look. So really, it's all about this scrunchy, drawstring, elastic waist skirt, and then finding a t-shirt that works for you. I'm trying my hardest to be as adventurous as possible while still maintaining myself and who I am. Okay, this is like a summery look that has also been a go-to. This skirt I got last summer. So even like last summer when I was shopping, I would sort of think like, could I wear this if I was pregnant next year? Like I was kind of manifesting that. So I actually remember when I bought this skirt, I was with my friend Sarah, shout out, and we were between two sizes. She's like, get the bigger one. And I remember thinking like, oh yeah, if I get the bigger one, it will fit nicely if and when I'm pregnant. So yay, it still does. I also saw last summer at a farmer's market, this really beautiful pregnant woman. Like she looked like she was maybe like 9 months pregnant. She was wearing a white, like little tank top, like a really cropped one, and a long skirt. And I just remember thinking like, oh, I want to be her. I want that to be me. Not only like to be pregnant, but also like that outfit's so amazing. So I've been so excited for summer so I could kind of recreate that. So that's what I'm doing. So wearing this skirt, it's nice. It also has the drawstring. If you're familiar with me and my style and like follow me on Instagram, you know this skirt because I wore it probably every single day last summer. And I just threw on this t-shirt. Honestly, a lot of the wrangly things I have, like my long sleeve shirt and this, have got me through my pregnancy. If you would have told me that Morgan Stewart was getting me through my pregnancy, I probably would have believed you because she's awesome. But like, I don't know, they've really been the ones that like are my go-to somehow. But anyway, so like I said before, I'm not big on like tight all around, but this t-shirt works for me. This baby tee works for me in terms of like the fittedness because it's still thick. It has like some structure to it. So for me, my body type, the way that I'm carrying, the way that I like to wear my clothes, this is a really good one because to me, it's like nice and thick. It still has structure. But yeah, so this is just like another version of the skirt and tee combo. I can throw anything over this. I could throw a sweater over my shoulders. It's just a really nice base for me. Similarly, I could do the same thing just with like a linen pant. This is something with like a white t-shirt that I would wear to work from home, just the linen pant version. This skirt has a lot of material. It's comfortable. Technically, it's like I could wear it to work from home, but I never do. So like this would kind of be the work from home version. And of course, always like a necklace, something to just give the look a little bit of depth. Now I'm just gonna breeze through a few like dresses that I've found really helpful. Again, I feel like a lot of what we see out there and a lot of what I actually thought I would wear is like the bodycon, especially, you know, when you're getting bigger. But if that doesn't work for you, I feel like there's other options. I had to find them myself, so hopefully I can help you. This dress is from a brand called By Maylene Berger, probably pronouncing that wrong, but this has been a real favorite. Something that I would advise during pregnancy is just play up. See, the thing is, I have a hard time because when I style people, it's like body and flattering is not the first thing that I am thinking of, and it's not the thing that I'm styling for. You know what I mean? I'm not styling to make the most flattering look usually, but when your body's changing and when like, you know, there's a lot of thought about your body, I do feel like there are some considerations that come into play. So for example, I like my legs, and luckily during pregnancy, they haven't gotten quite as big as my belly has. So I like to show them off. So short dresses like this have been really good. This one's really nice because it's like very breezy, very good for LA. I throw it on with a pair of flip-flops. This is also something that I would wear like over to a friend's house. I might even wear this to work from home. It's really easy. It's a bit like a shirt dress, but as somebody with large boobs to begin with, and even larger boobs right now, a shirt dress is like not gonna work on me. Anything with buttons doesn't work on me. It's also really funny because like another thing that a lot of pregnant women wear are button-down shirts. it doesn't work for me. Like I can wear the button down shirt open over something, but like it just like, it's not my silhouette, which is like really interesting. So no bodycon so far, no button down so far, no leggings so far, like all like the go-to pregnancy things haven't really worked for me. So I've just been kind of going more like shorts, skirts, things that show my legs a bit. So this has been a really good summery dress. Again, it's like so hot in LA, so this is really helpful, and this will fit me for the rest of the pregnancy. Similarly, I have this gorgeous caftan, which like I'm going to Joshua Tree with some friends like right before I give birth, so we'll see if I even make it there, but like this is going to be perfect for that. Just things that are breezy and big. Again, I think a lot of people advise fitted, tight, like not the super moo-moo-y thing, but like I actually really like that look, maybe because one of my words is 70s. I like sort of like the mini dresses and kind of the more volume in the sleeves. To me, that makes me feel like myself, but still like goddessy, you know? It's not like I'm using these to hide my pregnancy. I want to enhance it, but just in a different way. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to show you the dress that I'm wearing to my baby shower, which is this weekend. This is the baby shower look. It is very short, but I love it. Like I said before, I'm liking the way that my legs look, so it feels like this is sort of the right silhouette for me. I showed a photo to my mom, and she was like, that's exactly what you wore to your wedding elopement, and it's very similar, but what I wore to my wedding won't fit. So if it did fit, I would wear it, but it doesn't. So I got this dress. I love it. The sleeves are amazing. It seems really sweet. The baby shower is really small. It's just like a few friends, and it's just at my house in my backyard. So I think this is going to be really perfect and really fun. I didn't really want to have a baby shower, to be honest, but I think that's when I was feeling really low and really depressed, that I was like really anti-baby shower. I was like anti-everything. So now I'm actually so grateful that I decided to have one, because I think I would have regretted not. So these are the looks. Like I said, if you want to see the things that I wear more casual, work from home, I would watch the part 1, because that is still what I'm wearing now. These are just more like the fun looks, the summery looks. So I just wanted to share those with you. Thank you so much for watching. If you have, if you have gestational diabetes, if you have gestational diabetes and you're feeling anxious about it and you want to reach out, please DM me. I have some good tips. I have learned some good recipes or like some good easy snacks. So if there's anything that you have questions about, if you're diagnosed with that, it's really not a big deal. It's not your fault. It's nothing that you did. They told me that like a million times. I was like, I never said it was anything I did, but okay, glad to know. But yeah, so if there's anything that you guys have questions on, obviously about fashion, but about that as well, I'm so happy to help, because I felt really freaked out about it. So if I can make you feel less freaked out, I'm gonna be very happy. Okay, yay. Well, I'll see you guys in like 3 months. Bye.